This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Oh, Diggs. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Oh, Diggs. Let's talk about it. Brooklyn Nets are 1-1 on the road. I love what they did in that 59-point display against the Toronto Raptors. In their very next game, they get blown out. The Philadelphia 76ers took it to them. But let's be honest here. Let's not act like we didn't unsee what we saw here. What we see is two extreme paradigms. We see two extreme shifts. We see two extreme gulf separations and divisions. But if the Brooklyn Nets stay the way that they've been playing on the other extreme, the other situation, the other aisle, the other variation of the way that they motherfucking played against the Toronto Raptors, then it will decide their forecast from a positive state of them being able to have a great road trip. I already told you guys, if they're 4 out of 2 on the road, that's a success. You have to understand what they're dealing with here. They're dealing with the lack thereof, the fullness of not being there of Kyrie Irving. And they got to basically play with that, play with those obstacles, play with those variations, play with those situations. This is what they have to deal with. This is their fate. This is what their underlying and undercurrent truths are. But you know, basketball fans, they're Rudy fucking Poole and Plum Brain, classic fucking Dota and troglodytes, ultra fucking fanboys and ultra fucking fangirls with the ultra fucking fanboys and the ultra fucking fangirl rhetorics. They don't want to see stuff for what it is. Kyrie Irving's not there. He's a main cog. He's a main cogging of a well-oiled machining that is where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at. Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made a fucking emphatic statement. Vernon Maxwell basically prophesied that the Brooklyn Nets would win. But you know what's interesting? Kyrie Irving is messing up all of this because of Kyrie Irving's selfishness and his selfish ambition. But when it's all said and done, the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant is still trying to figure things out. I like his mentality. James Harden is trying to figure things out because this is not how they went in to the season. They had a full camp up under them, and they went in with the mindset that this is what Kevin Durant was going to do, this is what Kyrie Irving was going to do, and this is what James Harden was going to do. When you lose a number 2 of that level, that's a borderline number 1. That affects your team. It affects the morale of your team. It affects how your team operates from a symmetrical standpoint. Kyrie Irving is a bad boy. Kyrie Irving carries clutch weight. Let me say it again, because what I said was so deep and profound. So hear me, motherfucking well. Kyrie Irving carries clutch weight. And if his clutch weight is not there, then all of the heavyweight lifting is incumbent. It's pushed upon Kevin Durant to do it. Can you expect KD trade 5, KD 3-5, Mr. Do Me and I Chill, the 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle to have to close games out every fucking night? Nobody can do that. Basketball's a team sport. Even when you're that guy, you need moments of reprieve. This is why Kyrie Irving's not understanding why we're going through what we're going through. The ebbs and the flows, the peaks and the valleys, the trials and the tribulations, and the ups and the downs. That's why the Brooklyn Nets are in the position that they're in. It has nothing to do with the fact that the Brooklyn Nets are struggling because the Brooklyn Nets are just not good. You have to understand, when a team has a certain chemistry, a certain IQ, a certain DNA that they've come into the season with, and then one big, huge blow is taken away from that, it affects everything. It affects their ability to move. It affects their ability to play. It affects their ability to basically get the job done in the variation, the aspect, and in the situation that they want to get the job done. This is what it boils down to. It has nothing to do with any motherfucking thing else but that. And if we're being honest with ourselves, and we're telling ourselves the cold-hearted, we're telling ourselves the unadulterated, and we're telling ourselves the cutthroat truth-teller fashion, that's exactly what the motherfucker is. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I I keeps the foot on the whoop. Iggs. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Iggs. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.